Hello, everyone. My name is Chase McCurdy. I'm the director here at 33 Gallery, aka 33G, as well as the host of Gallery Notes. I'm here in space, as always, with our dear brother, Edison Lockwood II, filmmaker and tribe, here with 33G. And we are going to come to you with the 30th edition of Gallery Notes today, speaking about a particular artist. Today, we're going to talk about the one and only Faith Ringgold. May she rest in power. Here we have a catalog collection of her work. We recommend all of you who are interested in black art to find some sort of title with the work of Faith Ringgold because she's so important to many of us. Dear Miss Faith was born in 1930 in Harlem, New York. She recently made transition, I want to say as recently as last year or the year before. And dear Sister Faith created a body of work that I first discovered in the Soul of a Nation exhibition. Shout out once again to that powerful exhibition. That exhibition, I believe, really opened a lot of folks' eyes to the breadth and depth of what is considered black art or black American art. And I really came to love Faith's work through introduction in that show. And now I'm going to share with you a few pieces of her work. Faith is someone who not only is an artist, but was a teacher, a lecturer, and even the author of a number of award-winning children's books. You'll see in her practice over her life, right, for me and for us, this idea of a lifelong practice is what really defines an artist. The ability for us to know them and their work over time, how it ebbs and flows, how the person who makes the art evolves, and how that personal evolution speaks to an evolution in the work over time. Faith has executed works in the idea of political posters, paintings on canvas, notably her quilt works. Miss Faith would do whatever she needed to do to get her point across. One of the first bodies of work we're going to speak to are the political posters. And in the context of our upcoming exhibition, Sisterhood, I wanted to speak directly to Woman, Freedom, Now, a 1971 work which really shows her play on color, form, shape, and using the word in her artwork. Even though that Miss Faith could render form beautifully, as you see in other works of hers, this work, she is getting very graphic and very pointed. She has a point to make, and that point is very simple. Woman, freedom, now. And for me, I love that Miss Faith in this work renders the work, renders this idea in the red, black, and green, right? Woman, very often, I think, in our discussion and understanding of patriarchy, I believe that sometimes we take for granted that the black male's role in patriarchy is not exactly the same as the dominant white male role in patriarchy as practiced in this country. Not to say that we don't also suffer from our own relationship in many ways, but I love that Miss Faith brings this idea of woman into a broader Pan-African context through the colors chosen, because we do have much more in common together, and we have that different relationship together with our brothers and sisters. Another work that I will quickly mention is the United States of Attica, a 1971 work that Miss Faith Ringgold in the bottom of the work spoke to. This map of American violence is incomplete. Please write in whatever you find lacking. And you see that a lot was written in, and I just think that is a profound work. In the context of time, for me, one of Miss Faith's most powerful bodies of work is the slave rape body of work. The way that Miss Faith, and I believe I'm going to put up slave rape number 3, right now on the screen, my favorite, the pregnant black woman form holding the cleaver, the knife, the weapon, not looking at all scared, but looking just almost ready, but poised. The color, the framing, the pattern in the framing and the form, for me, speaks to some of the greatest potential of what is possible in black art, but through the rendering of form, but also on the pure art side, you see Miss Faith with a deep appreciation of color theory. Once again, her color is intentional in the foliage in the background, and I think you're seeing both abstraction as well as representation in this painting. You see abstraction in the forms, in the frame, and even part of the way the body is rendered, but you see the body, and you very much understand the body in this work. Lastly, I want to speak to a quilt, another one that speaks to her taking on this country and the idea of white supremacy, what we like to now refer to as white narcissism, head on. In the American Collection number 6, The Flag is Bleeding number 2, a work made in 1997. Right, so we have gone over the decades, and you see an artist, a black woman artist, who is still dealing very much with her world that she is living in, while using her, at this point, well-developed artistic practice and skill to get her point across. Right, for me, she's a great demonstration above with no greater, one of our great expressions of what that idea of art is. For me, that idea of art is respect and or mastery of craft meets a sincerity of spirit and human expression that is unique to that particular individual. I believe dear Mama Faith has done that. We love Faith Ringgold. We appreciate Faith Ringgold. We elevate Faith Ringgold. We honor Faith Ringgold as a black woman, as an artist, as a person who did great work, did powerful work, and loved and taught and shared and expressed honestly, vulnerably, and powerfully. May she rest in power. And we would like to close out on this note and invite you all to Sisterhood, our upcoming exhibition opening June 5th, next Friday for us at time of filming. June 5th, 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. here at 33 Gallery. It is the first exhibition curated in this space by Samantha Vitone, our Associate Director. We look forward to seeing you all. Once again, I'm Chase McCurdy. I'm here in space with Edison Lockwood II. This has been Gallery Notes, and we look forward to speaking with you next time. Peace.